Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Imagine this. You're strolling into the airport, early for once, feeling confident your trip is going to be smooth. You head towards security, grab your boarding pass, and just as you're about to breeze through, you're stopped. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your bag, your trusted carry-on, is now suddenly too big, or too heavy, or your smart luggage has a battery issue. Yep. Welcome to air travel in 2025. If you haven't traveled this year, let me be the one to tell you things have changed a lot. And if you're not prepared, these updates can turn your trip into an expensive, frustrating mess. So yeah, you need to watch this entire video because I'm about to break down exactly what's changed, what to expect, and how to avoid getting caught off guard the next time you fly. The most noticeable change: carry-on luggage size. For years, airlines kind of let things slide. Some bags stretched the limits, some weighed a bit more, and most of us got away with it. Not anymore. Airlines around the world are standardizing carry-on dimensions to a tight 21 by 14 by 9 inches. That might not sound like a huge change, but if your bag is one of those older, slightly oversized models, it won't pass. And here's the catch: airlines are checking this more than ever before, especially right at the gate. Not at check-in, not during boarding, right before you step onto the plane. And then there's the weight limit. You're now looking at 15 pounds for most carriers. That's it. Anything over, you're paying, sometimes up to $75, just to check it in at the gate. So if you're the kind of traveler who packs snacks, a laptop, chargers, and a few extra outfits just in case, you're going to want to rethink your strategy. Now, personal items used to be your loophole, right? You had your carry-on and then your backpack, or a tote bag, or a big purse stuffed with essentials. That's also changed. In 2025, airlines have narrowed down what they consider a personal item. It now needs to fit comfortably into the seat in front of you, and we're talking exact dimensions here. Roughly 17 by 10 by 8 inches. Anything bigger than that, and it becomes a second carry-on, which, unless you've paid extra or flown a higher fare class, means more fees or having to check one item in. Some airlines have even installed personal item measurement boxes at the gate. Your bag doesn't fit? You pay. Smart luggage used to be a game changer. Built-in chargers, GPS tracking, remote locks. It felt like traveling in the future. But here's the reality now. If your smart bag has a non-removable lithium battery, it's no longer allowed as a carry-on. That's a hard rule. The battery must be removable and carried separately, or you're going to be forced to check the bag. And if the battery can't be removed, you're either not flying with it, or you're dealing with a check-in nightmare. This rule came in response to fire risks during flights, and airlines aren't bending on this one. They're even checking during security and check-in. Let's move on to liquids. You probably already know the classic 3-1-1 rule. 3.4 ounces per container, 1 quart-sized bag per person. That hasn't totally disappeared, but it's starting to loosen. Some airports, thanks to upgraded scanning technology, are now allowing passengers to carry liquids in containers up to 6.7 ounces or 200 milliliters. Even better, they don't always have to be inside the plastic zip-top bag anymore. Sounds great, right? Well, don't get too comfortable. Not every airport is there yet. This rule is being rolled out gradually, and unless you're sure your departure airport supports the new policy, you should still follow the traditional rules. Otherwise, you risk losing your liquids at security. Now here's one that catches people completely off guard: duty-free items. We've all been there grabbing a bottle of perfume, a fancy bottle of wine, or some chocolates while waiting for boarding. It used to be that duty-free purchases were kind of extra. They didn't count against your carry-on allowance. But not anymore. In 2025, most airlines now include those items as part of your total luggage limit. That means if your carry-on is already at max size and weight, and you add a duty-free bag on top of it, you're now over. And yes, you'll either have to pay to check something or leave something behind. Only a handful of airlines make exceptions, and those are getting rarer. You'll also notice a change when it comes to electronic devices. Travelers are now expected to have laptops, tablets, and e-readers easily accessible. Most airports want you to remove them from your bag during security screening, and many have added dedicated lanes specifically for electronics. So if you've packed your laptop under layers of clothes, shoes, and snacks, you're going to be unpacking that line and holding everyone up. It's best to keep electronics in an outer compartment or separate sleeve so you can just slide them out without digging. And what about traveling with pets? In-cabin pet travel has always come with rules, but 2025 has taken it up a notch. First, your pet must be at least 8 weeks old, no exceptions. Second, the pet carrier must fit under the seat in front of you. And again, each airline has specific measurements. Third, pets are now required to remain inside their carrier for the entire duration of the flight. If your pet gets anxious or causes a disruption, the airline has full authority to remove you from the flight. Some carriers are even doing pre-approval screening for pets, so it's important to check well in advance. Now for something really important: traveling with medications and medical devices. In 2025, security rules are a bit more forgiving when it comes to health needs, but there are still some critical guidelines. Medications, even in liquid form, are exempt from the regular liquid limits. Same goes for items like insulin or oxygen tanks, but you have to declare them at the checkpoint. And if you're carrying controlled substances or injectable medications, many airports now require a doctor's note or prescription to go with them. Some devices, like CPAP machines or portable nebulizers, may require airline approval if they contain batteries or special components. It's best to contact your airline at least 48 hours before your flight to get everything cleared. Here's the big takeaway. These changes, while a bit overwhelming at first, are designed to make air travel smoother, safer, and more consistent across the board. But they also mean travelers need to be a lot more aware. That old approach of just packing what you want and figuring it out at the airport, that won't fly anymore. Literally, every inch, every pound, every battery, every bottle, it all matters now. So what can you do? First, weigh and measure everything. Not just the carry-on, but your personal item too. Double-check your bag's specs against your airline's exact policy. Don't rely on past trips or guesswork. If you're bringing electronics, make sure they're easy to grab. Keep your liquids under control, unless you're absolutely sure your airport has the new scanners. And for pet lovers and anyone with medical needs, reach out to the airline ahead of time. A quick email or phone call can save you hours of trouble at the airport. Air travel in 2025 is all about preparation. That may sound annoying, but the upside is peace of mind. No surprises at security, no last-minute fees, no gate agents holding you back while everyone else boards. If you know the rules, you move faster, travel smoother, and enjoy the journey without the stress. So if this helped you out, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe for more simple, clear travel updates, and share this video with someone who's got a trip coming up. Most travelers still don't know half of this stuff, but now you do. Travel smart, stay ahead, and I'll see you on your next adventure.